Okay. So good evening. This is the meeting of the Inland Wetland Agency. It's taking place in a webinar format through Zoom. The chair is David Scott. The host of the webinar is the planning staff, and planning staff attending the meeting tonight are Linda Galetta, Bruce Lofgren, and myself, Deb Jones. The panelists are the Wetland Agency members. Anyone who wants to speak should either wave at us because we can see you all, or raise your hand using the hand icon. When you indicate that you want to speak, Dave will let you know that it's your turn. So to make a motion, again, just raise your hand to make the motion. Dave will call on you. Same thing with a second. Voting, Dave will do a roll call vote so that we know who has voted what. The public can participate in this meeting during the public communications portion of the agenda. You can raise your hand and be recognized. Public can also participate by in writing, sending emails or letters to the planning department, and it'll be recorded and added to the agenda. Okay, Dave, take it away.
All right. Good evening. My name is David Scott. I'm the chair of the Inland Wetlands Agency. The attending members are Barbara Williams, Eunice Sutphin, Barbara's waving, Bob Ashworth, who am I missing? And Barbara Block. And all will be voting tonight. All right. Is there any public communication, Deb?
I don't have any, and I don't see any attendees who are interested in submitting anything.
All right. Then we'll move on to approval of the minutes. We have a Eunice.
I'll make a motion to. What was the last meeting? 2 weeks ago. When?
Do we have a second?
Second it.
Barbara, thank you. All those in favor? Let's see. Barbara?
Which one?
Barbara Williams?
In favor.
Eunice?
Aye.
Barbara Block?
Aye.
And Bob Ashworth. I think we lost Bob.
Hang on. He somehow muted himself, it looks like. Unmute. Okay, you should be good, Bob.
Aye.
There
Okay.
we go. We heard it. Somehow Bruce is muted too. Okay.
All right. The new application, Sutton Park bathroom demolition, 185 Fort Hill Road.
So we have Tom Thorndike here, who is with the Public Works Department, and he will present the application.
Hi, everybody. This is Tom Thorndike speaking. Sorry you all can't see me. And I think if I share my screen, I can show you guys the location of the project, 185 Fort Hill Road. This is at Sutton Park in Groton, across from Aquatic Plains Park. Can everybody see my screen here? I've got the location brought up.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And the project is to demolish an existing bathroom that's located at the park and hasn't been used in a while. So we're proposing to demolish it and zooming in on it now, show you where it's located in the park. It is zooming in a little slow, but it is right here where my mouse is, kind of off to the side of the park. And still zooming in. So yes, it's right under where my mouse is right now. It's in close proximity to Fort Hill Brook, which runs along this property line, this yellow line here. So that is the basic project. I've got a site plan to show you all too, with some details.
All right, so hey, guys, I'm not, I thought you knew where this was, but I'm confused looking at this picture.
Me too. I thought it was like Sutton Park.
So did I.
That
It
is
is.
Sutton Park.
It
Yeah,
is Sutton Park. Okay,
It is Sutton Park.
okay.
Okay,
Is the structure that small black square?
yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't know, Dave. I have that same question. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Yes, it's right where, if you can see my mouse, it's right under that. It's directly to the right of to the east of that red dot. And on this site plan I'm about to bring up, should be able to see a little more detail. This is the gazebo at Sutton Park. This is where the red dot was in the GIS view. And right here is the bathroom, which is the crosshatch area.
I'm not seeing this.
Yeah,
we're
it's not up
getting
yet.
the map.
Oh, let's see. Technical difficulties. So you're all still seeing the GIS view?
Yeah,
yes.
we're still, yeah.
Okay. And what about now?
Nope.
Nope.
Let's see. All right, I think there's a way to do this. Oh, okay. Oh, all right, I think I got it now.
Yay.
Hmm.
Not yet.
There we
There we go.
go.
There we
Okay,
go.
everyone can see the site plan now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the site plan that was submitted with the application. This is the gazebo at Sutton Park. That's where the red dot was on the GIS view. And this here is the proposed bathroom, the bathroom proposed to be demolished, the cross-hatched area, and the hatched area around that is asphalt sidewalk and some asphalt pavement that we are proposing to also demolish. So for erosion control, we are showing a silt fence here by this line, this SF line going around. And then on our landscaping sheet, we're also showing jute netting to go down where we take out the asphalt and restore it with native plants and grass. So we're proposing, the plan shows to disconnect the utilities to the bathroom. It's got water, sewer, and electric, so gonna disconnect those. And we will be hauling away all the construction debris, the building materials, and asphalt. We'll be hauling that directly away from the site during the demolition. And if there's no questions on the site plan, I have a landscaping plan to bring up too.
I have one question on the site plan, please.
Go ahead, Eunice.
Could you just run your little cursor down where the wetland is, please, Tom? I see the wetland delineation. It's really small on this screen. I mean, I know I'm blind, but if you could just run that cursor for me, please, where the
Okay. Yes, sure. So we had the wetland flags, and they coincide with the bank of Fort Hill Brook, and there's notes calling out the wetland flags, like 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and the line connecting them is the wetlands boundary.
Okay. And how about the actual, the stream bed, if you will, or the brook bed? Could you run that cursor down that, please?
Yes. So these two lines, the dotted arrow lines, are the limits of the brook.
Okay.
And so the stream is right here.
Where's the new one going?
There's no new bathroom plans at this time. Possibly in the future, there could be a new bathroom going in, but no immediate plans for a new bathroom at Sutton Park. Right now, since this bathroom doesn't work, there's a porta potty that serves as the only bathroom at Sutton Park.
Okay.
Tom, are you certain that the silt beds will be sufficient along the back of the pavement that's being removed to stop any material moving into the brook? Or would that need to be backed up with gravel?
I am open to suggestions. So you're talking about possibly putting gravel along the silt fence for extra protection?
Yes, especially right behind where the bathroom is.
Sorry, you broke up a little bit at the end there. Behind the fence?
Yes.
The bank of the brook here is fairly steep. So you see these contours here. 10, 9, 8 drops off a few feet right here at the end of the asphalt. So I'm not sure if we'd be able to mound gravel behind it. The silt fence is pretty much coinciding with the water level in the brook.
Could the
Yeah.
gravel go in front?
In front, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm concerned about material leaking through down that slope into the brook.
Okay. Would you want that along the whole length of the silt fence, or maybe at the kind of a critical area right here is where the asphalt goes down the slope and close to the brook right here?
Yeah, that's the area you're going to disturb. So that's the area that needs the most protection.
Yes. Okay. We can include that.
I think I need to have drive-by this place. 'Cause I do. I don't think we can have a site walk. So, does anybody else need to drive by this or no?
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
I might
I-
try to look at it.
I can go by.
And Tom, are you planning on? So, how are you gonna? You're planning on first taking the building down, and then you can put your big machine, and then you're going to scrape that asphalt away. So you're going to be on the side of the pavilion, and then are you going to scrape that asphalt towards the pavilion? Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think they would be using a backhoe. The backhoe would probably be, closer to the gazebo and scraping the asphalt in the direction of the gazebo.
Okay.
All
Tom.
the material is going to be removed from the site.
Yes, it will.
Tom, do you want to review the landscape plan?
Sure. Okay, got it. Does everybody see the landscape plan now?
Nope.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so this is at a larger scale than the last plan, but you can hopefully still see where the building footprint is, and then also the asphalt around there that's being taken out. So along the riverbank, we're proposing plugs. Those are A and B on the plant identification table that I'll show you right after this. And bushes kind of up where the bank flattens out. And in the flatter area, restoring it with bushes. Proposing to put down jute netting first. And then once the jute netting is down, then poking holes in the jute netting to plant the plants. And then west of the jute netting, all the disturbed areas, we're going to reseed with grass. Any questions so far?
Yes. Oh, sorry, yes. I assume this facility was on the sewer?
Yes.
Okay. So you're just going to close off that connection?
Yes.
Right. Eunice, you had a question?
No, I don't have I don't have a question.
I just have a question, Tom, not related to wetlands, but just wondering what the town's position is on these public bathrooms. Just curious as to why it wouldn't be replaced.
I'm not completely sure the answer to that, but I know that this bathroom, it seems to have been abandoned for a long time. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I can jump in a little bit here. So Sutton Park needs actually quite a lot of work. Parks and Rec has proposed
Right.
for the past several years a number of capital improvement programs for the improvement of the park. And of course, they've always been pushed out because it's never a good year to fund this sort of thing.
Right.
There is a master plan for Sutton Park that includes a number of improvements, including bathrooms. It's really just a matter of funding.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. Okay.
They could use the money from the bridge and put it in Sutton Park.
True. Good point.
You don't want too many people to hear you say that.
But along Dave's question, so if in the future, when probably I will be on this planet, but so is the sewer connection going to dictate where that new bathroom might be? Because this is a terrible location for a bathroom. Just saying.
Agreed. And while a new bathroom will certainly be connected to sewer, I don't think it will dictate it, other than it probably won't be any further south into the park, because they're probably not going to want to run the sewer. There's a large sewer line, but there's not a lateral. So it could be on the other side of the gazebo or somewhere, but you're absolutely right. This is a terrible location.
Hmm.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. All right, so do you need any kind of motion to accept this or anything?
Not
Make
at
a
all.
motion?
Not at all. That you can't take action on it tonight. The earliest you can take action is in 2 weeks. I do suggest you go take a look at it. I mean, behind this building, the stabilization method was paving. It's paving down into the brook just about. So all that will be removed and the area will be revegetated. So definitely take a look at it. Just the gazebo is a good point to watch for, because it's very close to the gazebo.
We need to classify this.
Yep, that would be great.
Eunice,
I'll make a
Make a
motion to classify this as minor.
you have a second?
Second it.
Member Block, thank you. All those in favor?
Who seconded? Which Barbara?
Block.
Barbara Block.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Barbara Williams,
Aye.
Barbara Block,
Aye.
Bob Ashworth,
Aye.
Eunice Sutton,
Aye.
and I'll vote aye. So it's classified as a minor, and we're going to look at it separately. All right,
Great.
that's all set.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
See, there are no new applications.
I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna get Tom's stuff off of there and I'm gonna put the agenda up. There we go.
Whoa.
So, there we are. So
All
that's
right,
correct. There are no new applications.
pending Commerce Park. Do we have any action on that?
I think Bruce has an update.
Yep, for LBI Commerce Park, we're still waiting on a lot of things from the applicant and Greg Pettis, the engineer. We're waiting for really a lot of things you addressed to them, stormwater calculations, hazardous materials. So right now it's still an incomplete application. I haven't got any indication of when it's going to become complete, but hopefully I have more updates next meeting on that one.
All right. Is there anything further on Fields of Fire?
Same type of thing with Fields of Fire. I did reach out to Tom Vignato today. And, he said that, he still wants to pursue this permit as soon as possible. And he said he's making changes and he should have something in front of us for next meeting. That's what he told me today.
Okay, very good. I have nothing to report. Do you have anything, Deb?
Eunice, did you want to?
Either one of us, however, this is Eunice Sutton. I called Deb today. Actually, no, I emailed Deb today. There have been a couple of people that have, I'm on the board of trustees of the Peace Sanctuary. I think you guys all know, and there've been a couple of people who have contacted us and they're just worried. Apparently, not apparently, I've seen this too, but they're renovating a house that's on High Street and it backs up to the Peace Sanctuary property. And several people have asked me, boy, it seems like they're really stretching that flatness, if you will. Anyway, it's a pretty steep slope back there, so I asked Deb if she had any information about that.
Right, so I took a look at it today, took some pictures. All the trees are removed. It is a barren site. Bruce had some contact with the newish property owner, and he called him today. So Bruce, do you want to relay your conversation?
Yeah, sure. So the new property owner kind of inherited this property. It was kind of a mess before he bought it. He bought it late last year. I talked to him about it. He obviously has cleared a lot more. He's done a lot of grading, some filling. He acknowledged the slope is probably steeper than a 2-to-1 ratio. When I was out there, I witnessed a water course just to the north of the property. So the applicant kind of, he had someone go out there and they told him that there's no wetlands on his property, which I tend to agree with. I don't think there's wetlands on the property, but I explained to him that, there's suspected wetlands just off the property, and I explained to him what the upland review area is, and also instructed him to submit an erosion and sediment control plan with the town, get the off-site wetlands if there are any flagged, and show any activity that may have occurred in the upland review area. So we're going to get a plan in, and we'll review it, and it might require some action by the agency.
when I was out there today, there is a sediment fence at the base of the slope. But if work has been done in the upland review area, clearly it's been done without a permit. And so once we get a plan and showing where the wetlands are and where the work is, we'll figure out at that point what action to take.
I have a question. I just want to make sure I know where this is. Is this the Peace Sanctuary on River Road?
Yes.
But,
Okay.
right, but the western edge is on High Street. And so
Yes.
the work is actually on High Street across
Got it.
from Mystic Manor.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
And I also told him today, and he agreed that he's going to stop all work until he submits those items.
Great. Thanks so much, you guys, for doing all that. I appreciate it.
Mm.
Great.
And I have one other thing. I was contacted by a property owner at the very northern end of River Road, 1206. The property is in Groton, but it takes its access from Stonington, and it comes across basically the headwaters of the Mystic River. It's a bridge, it's an existing bridge, and he needs to strengthen it for oil deliveries and that sort of thing. He's just going to add some stringers to the existing abutments. It's not going to be placed by machinery. It will be, there might be somebody standing in the brook to guide the stringers to support the bridge. I talked to Dave about it, and we agreed that it's something that doesn't need a permit since there's really no work being done in the wetland. It's just laying stuff on top of an existing bridge. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that.
Super. Thanks, Deb.
That's all I have.
All right, done.
Okay, well, before we make a motion to adjourn, can I just say, so this is awesome to do this by Zoom, but I just want to state for if this were any greater of an application, it's very difficult to see the detail on the plans that Tom showed us. I don't know if anybody else, maybe it's just because I'm just looking at my phone, but that's a little tricky. I wanted to mag it, with what you do there with your phone to make it bigger. And I'm like,
So yeah, it's definitely easier on a laptop to see. It was
Yeah.
not a stretch.
I'm doing it on an iPad and I could do that.
So in your packet, you did get a copy of the plan. Again, it's small, but with a larger plan, if you want us to plot it out and you want a paper copy, we can do that for you to follow along with, whatever makes it easier.
I'm okay with this. And I doubt we're going to get any big, huge applications, but I would be at a disadvantage. I don't know. All right. I'm just stating for the record, for me, that would be tricky.
Okay, so we'll do whatever it takes to make you comfortable. Again, we can, print out a paper copy of it so you can look at it. Okay.
Super. Okay.
All right.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second it.
Second? Barbara
Second
Block.
it.
All those in favor, let's see, Barbara Williams,
Aye.
Barbara Block,
Aye.
Eunice Sutphin,
Yes.
Bob Ashford,
Aye.
and I vote aye. So we're officially closed.
All right. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Very good.
Aye.
Bye.
Now. Hey, Bob.
Hey, guys.